Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
This is Victor John reporting for the African Diaspora News Channel, reporting from Nigeria. You know, when it has to do with Aliko Dangote, there is this joy that erupts from within me. I don't know. The guy gives me joy. Any news about him makes me happy. Now, recently, Zambia's energy minister traveled to Nigeria and then held a high talk with Nigerian petroleum giant Dangote as part of Zambia's commitment to ensure fuel security and stable supply of electricity and all of those things. Now, Aliko Dangote, the president of Dangote, has retreated. During the meeting, highlighted his refinery's capacity of producing 650,000 barrels per day, making his refinery Africa's largest oil-producing refinery. Guy. Now, he noted that the refinery was designed to meet all Nigeria's energy need, and then serve the broader African market. He still stated that Zambia currently relies on, petroleum imports, which I believe personally every African country should begin to explore. Now, he noted that the refinery was designed to meet all of Nigeria's energy needs, to meet the broader African markets under the African Continental Free Trade Area framework. Now, he still stated that Zambia currently relies on private sector petroleum imports and then expressed the need for diversification, which I believe, every African country should begin to explore very soon. The minister also said that Africa must leverage, intercontinental investments to reduce dependence on overseas markets, highlighting that investments like Dangote's are essential for building a self-sufficient energy sector. Well, this is good news, right? He has highly expressed hope that the Dangote's, refinery will help Zambia's energy, issues. Yes, it will. In fact, you have no idea what this kind of news, the kind of joy this news gives me. Africa is gaining and the West is losing so bad. Do you know the implication of this news? I'm sure you have no idea. Now, let me tell you. Zambia's move to explore purchasing fuel from Nigeria's Dangote refinery has some significant implications for the West, especially for the US and European energy markets, as well as global geopolitical dynamics. Here is why. Number one, there is a shift from the Western control sources. You know that for decades, African nations have relied heavily on fuel imports from Western oil companies and refineries. And when this happens, there is high cost, currency exchange energies, and supply chains vulnerabilities. Now, if Zambia and other African nations start sourcing fuel from Dangote refinery, it will reduce dependence on Western supplies, shifting the balance of power in Africa's energy trade. Number two, strengthening intra-Africa's trade dependence. Dangote refinery, with its 650,000 barrels per day capacity, is Africa's largest. I repeat, it is Africa's largest, and its ability to supply fuel to Zambia aligns with the African Union's push for intra-African trade under African Continental Free Trade Area. So if more African nations follow Zambia's lead, this will undermine, Western oil dominance in the region while boosting African economic self-sufficiency. Number three, impact on Western oil giants. Western oil companies like Shell, ExxonMobil, BP, Total Energies, have historically dominated Africa's petroleum industry. So if African nations begin to source, petroleum products from Nigeria's Dangote refinery instead of Europe or the US, this will cut into Western oil profits and destroy, traditional trade flows. Number four, a challenge. See, if Dangote refinery starts selling fuel in local African currencies, guy, is going to challenge the petrodollar system, which has long kept oil transactions in US dollars. Now, this shift will weaken US economic influence over Africa's trade and then strengthen economic ties, with African countries. If this particular trend continues, the West will start to have a rethink in its approach to African partnerships or risk losing influences in the region. Once again, Africa is winning. Help me tell somebody Africa is winning. What are your thoughts? Do you think this will lead to Africa's, energy revolution? Or do you think that the West will try to counter this move? What's your take on this? This is Victor Odion reporting for the African Diaspora.